Cheers, everyone. Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
And we're back for another whiskey trivia night.
We are.
Is everybody ready?
I hope so. I hope that everybody had the chance to watch What's a Nickel Wednesday so that they could learn what we're talking about tonight, what the trivia questions are over. Just in case you didn't, we're going to do Woodford Reserve and original distillery names. So this could be like the very original distillery names, or it could be the original distillery name when that company bought it.
Perfect.
So hopefully it doesn't, confuse too many people. I learned a lot on those ones. It was very interesting.
So I want to give some shout outs here. I got, again, as always, I got most everybody that was in the chat early. I got them. But just to start from the top, cheers to Tammy Adams. Jaden, welcome back, sir. It's great to have you here. Charles, cheers to you, sir. Rob, thanks for joining us. Steven, thanks for joining us, sir. Tater Dom, thank you. Mrs. Lori J, and I saw Mr. Richie J in there. Thanks for joining us, guys. Bourbon Kitty, cheers to you. Thanks for joining us. Joe B, thank you, sir. John, thanks for joining us. Cheers. Mike R, thanks for tuning in. I understand you're on your way home, so appreciate you taking the time to listen in. Matt B, cheers to you. Alan, I think I missed you, but cheers. Thanks for joining us, sir. And if everybody would, please hit that like button. We'd appreciate it. Try to get this pushed out to as many people as we can.
Okay, so just an update for the patrons who may have seen the Advent Box little video that I posted last night. Just so you know, the ones that need shipped out that are not being picked up, before tonight's show, busied myself getting those all sealed up, packaged up, ready to ship out tomorrow. So the ones that needed shipped will be shipped out tomorrow. The other ones that can be picked up will be able to be picked up early next week.
Perfect.
Yep. So that's the status update on those, but we wanted to make sure with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up that the ones that had to be shipped had first priority. But all of them are done, besides maybe the hardware and stuff left and packaging them. So if you checked out that video, you know the status of those for those who are waiting.
Also, I knew I saw his name in there before I started shouting everybody out. I missed Mitch Adams. Cheers to you, Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Like Shona said, we're going to take a very rare long weekend this weekend.
We are. We're exhausted.
We're gonna kick back and maybe do a little bourbon hunting.
Bourbon ticket hunting, which Bryan will tell you about
bourbon ticket
in the
hunting
middle of the break.
At the least, maybe we'll find something we just gotta have.
Yeah.
But so with the holiday next week and us taking a long weekend, we wanted to get those things in the mail before the weekend.
Yep.
So
if you are looking for one shipped, be watching your email, or if I have your cell phone, I'll probably give you a text with your UPS, but it'll be probably later tomorrow afternoon when you get that, but you will get a tracking number from UPS for that.
And to the ones that are local, did you mention the local?
Early next week. Bryan or I will reach out to you to get those picked up.
I got to get ready tomorrow for the long weekend because we'll be leaving when Shona gets off work, but I'm going to try to get a few more of those put together tomorrow. I think I've got 8. I've got 8 boxes.
I think so.
And when I say put together, I'm to the point where all I have to do is put hinges and clasps on the lids. Shauna's got the bottles all filled. I'm here to tell you guys, I don't know if she knew what kind of a task we were undertaking, but we've got roughly 15 hours
And filling
bottles.
My fingers hurt. I started using a towel, but I know you can't see Bryan's
Bryan
fingers.
won't be able to see, but
He's got blisters.
I've got
from twisting the
blisters
lids.
from twisting lids because I wanted them as tight as I could make them so they didn't leak. But
we have had fun doing this. I mean, truly, we cannot wait for the countdown. it's going to be a
After
great
all
time.
this work, I really can't wait for the countdown.
All right, so for those, I don't know if we have any new people to the trivia, but just in case we do, just to go over the rules, each Wednesday night we have 2 rounds of 10 questions each of whiskey trivia. For every, whoever the winner is during that round will receive a prize. I am sticking with the candles, so I'm going to stick with these candles throughout the holiday season because I feel like a lot of people burn candles during the holiday season, and they're bourbon and oak, so I feel it's really a great theme. So as long as Amazon does not run out of those, I'm going to be using those for the months of November and December, just so everybody knows. But everybody will be playing for points. And so for every 1,000 points that you earn, and they accumulate all month long, you get entries. And the entries put you into the grand prize drawing, which is for this month, the bourbon tasting wheel that is made by us, along with a bottle of the Whiskey War Double Oaked from High Bank Distillery here in Columbus. One of our favorite go-to bottles, honestly, for Bryan and I both. Also, if you receive a score of 529 during any round, you will also earn an extra 1,000 point bonus round, which will get you an extra entry on the wheel for the grand prize drawing, and it gets you closer to the year-end Whiskey Champion trophy that we will be giving away at the end of December for the person that accumulates the most points for the 4 months that we've been doing it.
I think 4 months, yeah, 2 Eagle Rares, this one, and there'll be a bottle in December.
Yep. Which it's going to be Weller Red.
Weller Red, okay.
Weller Red for December.
Shauna made the call. I guess
did.
red's a good color to have for Christmas, right?
It is, yeah. I don't know what's going to go with it.
Just won't have it for Christmas, but
Yeah.
yeah, perfect. So yeah, we'll have a prize of some sort to go with that. So you'll get a bottle and
Some
Question
type
mark?
of Cask 529 merch. I don't know what it'll be yet.
Cheech. Cheers to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you here. One of the few Bryans out there spells that name correctly with a Y. Great to have you here, man. Cheers to Troy. I know that I missed several while we were talking, so I apologize. A little old-fashioned. Cheers to you. Great to have you. And George, cheers to you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I am going to go over and get us ready to for everybody to get signed into the first round.
Okay, Troy's already thrown our first hard question at us for the night. I haven't looked at a calendar. Christmas falls on a Wednesday.
I did think about that yesterday, Troy.
Okay,
So I was actually thinking the very last round in December would be Thursday, the day after Christmas. We would do the first 3 Wednesdays in December and then the Thursday for the final round. I hope that works for everybody. I know the holidays, just like next week, the Wednesday is the night before Thanksgiving. I know that's a tough one for everybody too, those who travel. But with the holidays, I don't know how else to really do it. So I plan on doing the last Thursday of December for the whiskey trivia round.
Yeah, let us know, guys, if that's... I really about the only other thing we can do is cut it a week short, because I think doing it Tuesday before, which would be Christmas Eve, is silly because you're going to have family stuff, grandkids, all that kind of stuff going on. So it seems like that's the best bet, unless you guys want to cut it a week short. But we also understand that you may have stuff going on the day after the holiday. So
We do. And it's just really hard because I think that week, no matter what night you pick, it's going to be hard for everybody.
yeah, so I mean, we'll make it work.
Yep. Troy said that was a good answer, so hopefully Thursday's a good answer for him.
Okay.
All right. And sorry, I forgot to switch screens. I apologize. I didn't mean to leave you hanging on what the code was.
Oh.
Perfect.
Troy said he likes that. Good deal.
So I also wanted to say on Friday night's live, I did get the Amazon thing shipped out. However, John, I know that you won the keychain and the sample for the paid Patreon wheel. That will also be going out tomorrow. I apologize for not getting that out earlier this week. That's not like me at all. We've just really been focused on the boxes, and I apologize. That's no excuse, and I know that, but it'll be shipped out tomorrow along with the boxes. Along with Rick and Charles, your coins will also be shipping out tomorrow with the boxes. So just give you an update on that.
So you're putting coins in with the boxes?
So
on those ones?
Yes.
On those two,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. And that was from last week's?
Last Friday night. Last Friday
Mm-hmm. Night's. Spin the wheel. Life from the patio. Thanks for joining us, T. Great to have you here, man. Sorry I missed you guys last night. I was sitting right there putting boxes together, and I thought, oh, I wonder if Life from the Patio's on. And I turned, and it said live or streamed 16 minutes ago or something like that. I was like, man.
So we did have, while everybody's still getting signed in, we had a great time Saturday up at High Bank. We had some patrons meet us up there. It was a great time. We had a nice brunch and a nice tour. Jeff from Bourbon and Balls was nice enough to take some video footage for us. And so I will try to get that out there on the Patreon page. It truly was a nice time, so we're really thankful, and I'm looking for other opportunities that we can maybe do meetups and stuff like that with our patrons. I know Ohio doesn't work for everybody, but hopefully maybe sometime soon we can do something in Kentucky or
That'd be
somewhere
great.
else.
I mean, we would be definitely open to meeting somewhere other than here in Ohio. Charles, you may be ahead of the game there, man. There may be something that works on that.
It's like he has a bug in
Yeah,
here.
he got
or
a
something.
camera in here,
I
a
know,
microphone
because
in here somewhere.
that is funny.
Guy's killing me. John, great. Glad to hear you received the coin. Hope it
Yes.
arrived safely. Hope you guys are enjoying the coins that are getting those. We were really excited. We've been excited all year about those because we've had them for about, I don't know, 5 months probably. Mm-hmm. Sitting here. We knew when we wanted to use them, so.
All right, guys, I am going to give everybody just one more minute to get signed in. I know that we have 20-some participants, it looks like, but only 17 signed in to play trivia. So if you want to get play trivia, please go ahead and get signed in.
They're doing hashtag Santa to get me to where I'm at.
I think that's already in the works, guys. So
Yeah,
I think
we haven't made that happen yet, but we had talked when we first started talking about the advent boxes that we were gonna do that. So
yeah, Brian had me put a Santa hat on his Cask 529. He just has his lid in here. He hasn't put his box together
yeah, I haven't
yet.
put it together yet,
But I'm like, oh, so after I designed that, I'm like, you have to wear a Santa hat the whole month while we're doing these.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Looks like you can.
All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and get trivia started. We are starting with the Woodford Reserve Whiskey Trivia. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck, everybody. John.
Everybody's doing hashtag Santa. They're going to think that I'm doing a giveaway for that.
Yeah. Yeah, latecomers are coming in and seeing that and say, oh, better hit that. Better put that in there.
That's only for Brian to wear a Santa hat, guys, so please don't be disappointed.
Jaden said the coins are great. Perfect. Can't tell you, Jaden, how excited we were to see your name pop back up in the chat tonight.
We were. We're so glad that you had a night off to join us.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be another week anyway before you were able to join.
Oops. Sound off there. All right, we have Charles in first, Mitch coming in second, and then we have Rick, Tammy, and Alan all in third. Great job, guys.
George says that lost connection. I don't know if he lost connection, if we disconnected.
Looks like you're still on. Is anybody else having trouble? George, you may just have to re-sign in to the trivia.
It actually said I was disconnected, but I'm successfully connected again. George, are you back with us, sir? Hopefully you're able to get back in.
He said it's cool. Okay, cool. Good.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Promise I didn't touch anything. I am horrible at IT stuff, but I promise you.
Not an IT person. Great at a lot of things.
Okay, so Tamara, it may make you wait a question out and then it will let you back in. If you got points during the first question, I can add those together at the end. So if you have to re-sign in, I can group those together at the end.
George said his was on his end. So basically, Tamara, just go through like you're logging in with the code and everything, and if you don't see the code, we can put that back up for you. And it may say something like waiting on us, or it's going to make you wait till a fresh question, which she has not advanced to the next question. So if you get signed in, it may pick you up on the next question, which would mean you only missed one question, which is great.
Yep, I just put the code right back in there, so if anybody needs to sign back in, I apologize for that. All right, I will go ahead and go.
Sorry guys, it literally seems like it is always something little.
Rick still in first, 1 point behind is Troy, and then third place is Steven. Great job, guys.
Pretty tight race back through the pack there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tamara, you can use a different name. I just use something close, and I will know it's you, and I'll add the points together. And maybe refresh your entire game if it's not going to let you do anything. If you hit the refresh button and then just use whatever other name you want to use and just tell me what you use, and I'll make sure that it gets added together with your points from your first question.
Hopefully she's able to get back in there.
I think Rick studied. We got Rick in first, Troy in second, Jaden and John both in third place. Great job.
He's not sharing answers with the Joneses, that's for sure.
He's not. No. All right, on to number 4.
so quiet.
It is. I don't want to interrupt anybody, especially if someone's trying to get signed back
You
in.
wouldn't let me tap the counter anymore.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
They can't hear it.
No, I'm anxious because I have not heard about your little outing today, so I'm anxious to hear about that in the middle while we're
Guess
switching
we'll
over.
talk about that while you're doing whatever it is you do between rounds.
Okay, Jaden and John's coming in first. Rick 1 point behind in second place, and Bourbon Kitty in third. Great job! Oh my gosh, this is really close. You guys are doing great.
A long way back, it's really close. As always, they're all doing better than I did.
I believe, I kind of forget, but I think Brian got a 30% on both exams last night.
Really, you forgot that?
Was it both tied
Yeah,
30?
both
I
exams.
wanted to make sure I got that right. I knew one of them was 30, but then I thought, well, maybe the other one was 40, but.
That's a bunch of sample bottles, Mr. Ritchie. Good Lord.
It was a lot of pouring. What we found to work the best, instead of the little funnels that come with it, we got a huge syringe. It was, I don't know, like what, probably an 8 ml.
It was over 60 cc's.
Yeah, and so we just got a cup and poured the bourbon in it or the whiskey in it, and we just put it in and
Kept
then
filling the syringe up and filling the bottles.
and it went relatively quick. Quicker than using the funnel.
Yeah, like when we do a whiskey night, there's generally 12 people here, and everybody gets 4 sample bottles on top of a Glen, and it takes, I don't know, it takes an hour and a half or so to fill those with a funnel.
Yep. We got Rick back in first place. Then we have Troy and Lori Jones in third. Great job, guys. All kinds of action on the leaderboard screen tonight. Okay, we have Troy coming in first now, Jaden in second, and Rick in third. John and Lori are both really close behind though. You know, I truly do love reading about the history of, in Kentucky, all the different distilleries and the, Whiskey Sippers. Sorry, Whiskey Sippers. Good night, everyone. He must be hitting the sack. Good night.
Todd, are you just joining
Thank
us or
you.
just leaving? I hadn't seen your name, so cheers to you, sir.
Okay. Troy's still in first, Jaden in second, and Rick's in third. Stephen and John close behind. We are on to question number 8.
Charles, that's a good idea. You talking like kind of like a mustard bottle, something like that?
Oh.
Obviously not mustard, but
Like a cocktail bottle.
Yeah,
like
like a squeeze
simple
bottle.
syrup bottle
Yeah.
or something.
that would be a good idea.
We have some of those.
We do. Some brand new ones.
If somebody would just twist those lids for you.
Next year, maybe we'll have an elf do it.
We need to hire some child labor to do the bottles.
If we just knew any. If we just knew any child labor.
I think Ellie will be old enough next year to
No.
turn those bottles.
I think Ellie would tell us to forget it. I mean, she'll be going on 8 by then.
So Troy's in first still, Rick coming in second, and Steven in third, Jaden close behind. I love watching the scoreboard change.
It looks like Tamara must have been able to get back in.
I hope so.
She's on the scoreboard there. She hadn't been.
Okay, good.
Charles is filling a lot of bottles when he's getting the squeeze bottle out to fill 'em.
He is. All right. We have Troy still in first, Rick in second, Steven in third, and we are off to the last question for this round.
Right, Matt? What could go wrong with child labor and liquor?
Yes, Mr. Richie J. One bottle did do all the boxes, but it was really close. Like there is, well, we don't want to
Yeah,
show
we
you.
can't really show you.
We don't want to show you, but there.
If they got good picture, they can see some of those behind you.
Yeah, but maybe not. But some of the bottles barely have hardly anything left in them. So, but it did just take one set of bottles, thank goodness, because as you can imagine, buying 24 different bottles gave Brian about a heart attack. But it was fun for me. I liked it.
Well, it only gave Brian a heart attack because a lot of the 24 bottles were Brian's backup bottles. She did purchase some new bottles for the event, but a lot of the bottles,
quite a few new bottles.
a lot of the bottles were backup bottles.
Okay, so the winner is Troy. Great job. Congratulations.
Awesome, Troy. Congrats to
I'm going
you.
to switch over and let Brian entertain you guys while I do some other stuff here.
Okay, guys. So, you saw earlier there where Micah was in the chat and said that he was just joining in to listen. He wasn't participating because he was driving home. So in Ohio, as many of you may or may not know, this past Saturday was an annual event. It was Single Barrel Saturday. OHLQ, which is the agency that handles the liquor control for the state of Ohio, They put that together once a year, single barrel Saturday. I don't know. It seemed to me like it was a really big event this year as far as number of bottles that were released. They started a week ago Tuesday. Actually, a week ago last Tuesday. So they released bottles for 9 days. And then rumor was that Saturday morning when they announced what locations were participating, they would announce a bonus bottle of some kind. So a lot of us anticipated it was going to be something good. Anyway, long story short, they released a Weller Full Proof, which for me was really the first bottle they announced all week that I was willing to go wait for. So I got a Weller Full Proof, and I got a 70th anniversary Wild Turkey. So that's probably, I'm guessing, going to be a one and done in Ohio. Don't know, but I was glad to get it. So they've already announced the winter raffle lottery. It's not a raffle. OHLQ, in their infinite wisdom, they created this scavenger hunt per se, where they said, here's the bottles that are going to be available at these stores, and here's where these stores are at. So let's say, for example, you want a bottle of King of Kentucky. Well, you go to the lottery page on OHLQ, and you find King of Kentucky, and it shows you by region in the state what stores are going to have that bottle up for raffle. So you go to that store, you go into the counter, and they love to see you, and you say, could I get a lottery ticket for King of Kentucky? And they give you a lottery ticket. They rip a stub off. They give you this, has a QR code on it. You scan that, fill out all your information. You're now entered to win a bottle of King of Kentucky at that store. You can only register at that store one time. But if you want to go to 10 different stores that have King of Kentucky, you can enter at each store one time. So today, myself, along with Casey Joe, the VP of Search that you hear Mark talk about on the lives all the time, her and I made a day out of traveling the Columbus area for lottery tickets. And we both pretty much were searching for the same bottles. She was searching for one or two more than I was searching for. But I was looking for Russell's Rickhouse, King of Kentucky, Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, Old Fitz 10. I think that was it. 4 different bottles. Anyway, I was able to acquire today in the Columbus area 15 lottery tickets. So my job now is to scan all those QR codes and get entered for them. Anyway, that's where Mike was at when he said he was driving home. He's been in Columbus this evening acquiring raffle tickets. So on Shona and I's long weekend this weekend, we will be up near Lake Erie. We're going to see if we can gather up a few more while we're up there. Interesting enough, a couple of stores we went into today, it was drop days. There was some good stuff sitting around. I didn't buy anything today because I knew we were going to the lake, and maybe we'll see something better up there than what I saw today. So there's a couple things out there. I don't know if you guys have had the New Riff Winter. Is it Winter Blend?
I forget exactly what it's called, but it's winter something. But I know that Wine Rack had it, and I was debating on getting.
Yeah, it's popping up a little bit around our area, so I don't know. That's something we might. I know Shauna was excited about it, so I thought, well, if I see it, I'm going to wait until she's with me, because then if she wants it, she can get it, and she'll be excited about it. Anyway, so that's what's going on in the current state of Ohio bourbon raffle.
Yep. 2 weeks of.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Questing out, doing a quest for tickets.
When they do a lottery, it runs like Monday to Monday. This thing's running 2 weeks.
I don't know if it's winter wheat, Troy. I forget what it's called. It may have winter wheat in it, but I don't.
It might be winter wheat. Let me look.
I was just excited to see it because I think it mentioned something about chocolate flavors, like having notes of chocolate in it.
I think Troy might be right, but I'll.
Joe B, yes, you do have to be an Ohio resident because I believe Brian told me I have not done it yet.
You have to enter your driver's license your driver's license number and your address when
Yep.
you register the raffle ticket. So.
Yeah. And once you win, like if you win, we have yet to ever win one of the OHLQ lotteries. But if you do win, even though how many ever raffle tickets you have and you go to all these stores, you can only win one bottle. So they like shoot your name off the.
Yeah, even though I'm gonna be entered for 15 bottles. As soon as I win one, I'm out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important not to just enter everything because you may win something that you really didn't want.
Yeah. Okay, so
It just says winter whiskey, New Riff winter whiskey.
looks like we have about 18 people in there to play. I'll give you about 30 more seconds to get entered in, and then I'll start the game.
Troy, to go along with what Shona was saying, it says, when we considered putting oats in a bourbon, our minds went to the chocolate oatmeal stouts we enjoyed in our brewing careers. Those rich stouts and resultant winter whiskey imbue our palates with the warmth and cheer of the season. So it sounds like it's interesting. It may not be, but it sounds like it is.
So if you've ever drank beer with me, you know I love a good stout.
Oh, we like stouts.
I converted Brian to stouts.
We were drinking stout last night while we were working on bourbon boxes.
Yes, we were. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get the game started. This is prior distillery names, and I hope that I have it all correct on there because I really did a lot of research on this to try to find these answers. So good luck, everybody.
Cheers to the bourbon nerd. Marty, thanks for joining us tonight, sir. Troy, we agree with that. Stouts, in our mind, are awesome.
There's, so our friends that live down in Wilmington, North Carolina, when we go visit them or they come up, and they come up more than we get down there, but they always bring us this breakfast stout from Wilmington Brewery that I absolutely, and Brian absolutely loves, and it has breakfast right in the name, so you can drink it all day long because it's a breakfast stout.
Right? I mean, it says it right there. And then this weekend when we're up at the lake, there's a brewery up there that has
Sailing Goat.
a milk stout.
Yep. So Charlie's in first, so Stephen and Jaden in second, and then we have several third places: Bourbon Kitty, Charles, Bourbon Nerd, and Joe B. Great job.
Awesome. Cheers to Jamie, Father Fortenberry. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir. We appreciate it. I was telling T earlier tonight that working on boxes last night, and I thought, oh, Live from the Patio, I bet they're live. And it had ended like 16 minutes prior to that.
I have to ask, because the last couple weeks with work and stuff has been crazy for me, and I've not been able to join
I know
at
what
all.
you're going to ask. Last night
Did they get to
were
500?
They were over 500 last night. I saw. I think the number was like 504 last night. So I don't know I don't know when they hit that.
Congratulations,
Hopefully they're
guys.
still over it.
Yeah.
Because we know how that all works sometimes.
And I know we have a few channels in the chat, so if you've not checked out all these other channels, I know we have Life from the Patio, we have Steven Scones in there, we have Whiskey Sippers in there, I think we have Bourbon and Balls in there. If I'm missing anybody, I do not mean to be missing anybody, but please go ahead and link your channel in there so that.
Cheech, I don't know if you're still with us, but if you are, put your link in there too, sir. Basically, if you guys are in here and you've got a channel, feel free to post it up.
So we got Charlie in first, Jaden coming in second, and Bourbon Nerd in third. Great job, guys.
Oh, Mr. Ritchie said they hit it last night while they were live.
That's awesome.
Good deal. Those milestones are huge when you're chasing them, I know. .501 is where they're at right now. Uh-oh, Jaden got booted.
Oh no.
Hopefully you're able to get back in quickly, Jaden.
Wonder what's doing that.
I don't know. Jamie, is that because you hit 500 last night and it was just you guys there? I know how Jamie thinks.
Jaden, if you can get re-entered, just like I was telling Tamara, just whatever you want to call yourself, if it won't let you re-enter with the same name, just let me know what you went in there as. I'll make sure your points get added together. So you will not lose any points besides maybe a question. Okay, a lot of movement there. We have Bourbon Nerd coming in first, Bourbon Kitty in second, and John in third. Great job. Charles is right on the heels. Charles and Troy are right on the heels.
Yep. Charlie, I saw your name in there. I hadn't seen you in the chat tonight. So cheers and thanks for joining us, sir. I need to get with you here in the near future about the barrel top that you sent with Jeff and Rob last weekend.
Yep, see what you want on that. We'll get that taken care of.
He hasn't won yet, Jamie. Jaden said he thinks he's back. Rob, I'll bet Charlie does not want that.
We have Troy coming in first, Matt in second, Mitch in third, and Alan close behind. Oh, so is Bourbon Nerd. Great job, guys. Troy is still in first with Life from the Patio in second and John in third. Question number 6.
It's so quiet. It's almost weird.
Okay, so Troy is still in first. Tammy's jumping up in second, and Life from the Patio in third, with John Shank on the heels. Great job, guys.
I know, Mr. Ritchie. It just doesn't even seem right when it's that quiet. But Shauna's like that school teacher. I'm afraid if I talk, she'll smack my fingers with a ruler or something. She takes his testing stuff serious.
I do. I see Rick was saying Wild Turkey was named Ridley Distillery in 1891. And it could have been, Rick. I was just going off by the notes that, or what I was able to pull when I was doing this.
Jamie said he's just here watching. We should bring Jamie on live with us while everybody's testing. That would be good entertainment.
Troy still in first, Tammy in second, Matt B in third. George close behind. On to the next one. And Troy said the last one I didn't know since it was Tennessee, and I will tell you that one coming up is Ohio. So
George,
just so
hang
you know
in
that
there.
one.
Hang in there, George. Don't do it, man.
Oh no.
Somebody check on George.
Jaden. Oh, that's hilarious.
At least you got a sense of humor, Jaden.
Troy still in first with Bourbon Kitty in second and Tammy Adams in third. Matt B close on the heels with fourth. Great job. Number 9 coming up.
Way to go, Lori. Jamie. Jamie, right? Jamie, you drinking some Busch Lattes tonight while you're watching Bourbon Trivia? Well, Bourbon Kitty, that's pretty good because I do bad, then get a couple right, and then I'm done. That's not wrong.
It's not wrong. I mean, besides the obvious things, I can't ask the obvious things every week, though. I have to have different things to ask.
Oh, I don't think it would matter for me what you ask.
Well, that's true. Troy still in first, Matt B in second, and Bourbon Kitty in third. Tammy Adams close behind. Great job. And the last question.
That's a good celebration, Mr. Ritchie. Is he playing trivia? We should ask.
Mr. Ritchie does not play trivia, just Lori does.
Oh, Gibbs.
Oh.
Gibbs is a birthday they're celebrating today.
Oh. Happy birthday, Gibbs. Oh, poor George.
You just made Shauna's night, George.
You didn't.
She writes these questions for responses like that.
Great job, Troy. I'm waiting for Troy to say he doesn't want his candles again. So.
Mr. Ritchie says Gibbs is a whole decade today.
Oh, wow. I really don't give Troy any of the answers or anything, guys. He does no clue.
It just rocks.
So, the second place is Matt B. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I switched the screen over. Matt B came in second place, so I will be giving Troy's winnings over to him. And I gotta find a way to get that screen back, guys, because I need to export those results. All right, I'm going to have Bryan entertain you guys.
Okay, guys, it's back on me. Sorry about that. So, how about next week? Does everybody get to stay home? How many people have to travel? You got to travel a long way. I know Sean and I are excited that we are hosting the kids here. And other than that, I think we get to stay home, so that's exciting. There may be some other families stop in and out throughout the day, but Troy, we appreciate you showing up to play every week and spending some time with us. It means a lot. We're glad that you enjoy coming here. He's got to go to work, though. And that sucks.
It does suck. Absolutely. I get it, though.
I see Rob posted a link for tomorrow night, Bourbon and Balls. Rob, will you be doing some trivia tomorrow night also? Possibly. I know that's generally what happens. Matt B's got to bake pies next Wednesday. So a couple years ago, when we got our first big laser for out in our shop, we were going to Shauna's parents for dinner, and Shauna always bakes 2 pumpkin pies. And I said, hey, you ought to laser a turkey or a happy Thanksgiving on those pies. She's like, you can't do that. I'm like, so I pull up a video on YouTube. I said, you sure can. So she took laser etched pumpkin pies to Thanksgiving dinner. Mike said he's home. He's ready to play. Oh, Mike. You know what? We were getting your answers from you, and you came in last place. Okay, I have to ask everybody, and
and I am embarrassed to say this because I'm hoping I can find it. If you know what your score was, can you please put it in there, because I think I lost it.
So
And
we can go back in the live and see what popped up on the screen, but that's not going to give you everybody.
Not everybody's.
What was that you just had?
That was Woodford Reserves.
Oh.
I'm really trying hard to find it to see if I can find how to get that back, but when I swiped,
Jamie.
it won't swipe back.
I think you'd end up with something worse than a tattoo if you got under that laser, Jamie. Mr. Ritchie said that Lori's was 250.
Lori's was 250.
George Woodcock said 390. Joe B was 442. He remembers that because of the motor, 442. Big T from Life in the Patio had 1,000,000,008 points. Mr. Ritchie, who's running the same time as Whiskey Row? Us?
JB.
Marty the Bourbon Nerd. Hey man, don't worry about it. We're just glad that you were able to join us. Jamie's traveling to the Deer Woods, but that's it.
Okay.
Tamara, did you?
Yep.
You got that? Oh, Matt B's on it. He's got several scores there.
I know. Thank you.
Jamie, I'm not even going to read that. We apologize for this,
Yeah,
guys. This is the first time this one's ever happened to us.
I do apologize.
Not sure what went wrong.
Bourbon Nerd in 240.
Got you, Rick. Thank you, sir.
All right, I am going to continue digging as well to see if I can get back to that. I do
Stephen Scone, thanks for
greatly
joining us, sir.
apologize for that. But hopefully I can get it back, all of them back. So I'll dig into that.
We got some scores here that Rob texted me.
Oh, good. Thank you, Rob.
And then I got also some stuff that Charles, I think, texted me. So you got...
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
You got Tammy Adams,
Yes.
577, Mitch Adams, Bourbon Kitty, Joe B,
Wait a minute. Yep.
Charles,
I do not have his.
354. Rob, $349. This shows Lori Jones at 333, which is more
Okay.
than she told us, I think.
Yep.
Charlie came in at 250. Jaden was 194. Hold on a minute.
But Jaden, I think, had two different things there. What did you tell me Charlie's was?
Rob said if you go into Trivia Maker and rejoin,
It'll give it to me.
Okay, I got Stephen Scone, 442. Tamara B, 419. George Woodcock, 401.
Okay, if you have them, I'm going to get them off of you because my sheet's starting to get all filled up.
Okay, I also got Charles sent me a set of them also, so we'll
Okay, I will get this all figured out.
apologize, guys. That turned into a real nightmare quick.
Yes, sorry. So, Troy, you gave the candles to Map B for this round. I will get those sent out. Thank you for doing that. And for the first round, Troy, you gave those to Rick Moreland. I will get those sent out as well. So thank you guys very much. George was a 390.
We will get this sorted out.
Yep.
And get them
Yep,
updated.
I got you 390, George.
Get them updated quickly, as quickly as we can.
Yep, we will.
Okay, so you know who the prize is going to. You got
Yes,
that much?
I do know who the prizes are going to.
Good deal. Okay, so I think that's all we've got for tonight, guys. As always, thank you for joining us and spending a chunk of your Wednesday night with us. Shona wouldn't have it any other way because she gets to give poor George a brain aneurysm.
Oh, no.
I can't believe you did that
I'm
to
giving
George.
myself one now, though, so don't feel bad, George.
All right, so thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope you all had a great time. And until next time, be safe, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.